A lot of people outside of California have never heard of Bakersfield. I mean, there really isn't a lot going on here outside of a bunch of farming and oil drilling way up here in Kern County. There's 400,000 people here, though, and it's the ninth biggest city in the whole state. But still, this place remains off the radar for the most part. Way out here in no man's land between Los Angeles and Fresno along the 5, it's really hot in the summer and cold in the winter. It's sort of desert meets agriculture meets meth. The cost of living here is super low, and there aren't too many places in California where you can get a home for $300,000. And close by are lots of rivers and hiking and hunting and stuff. But we're not here to sing the praises of Bakersfield. We're here to check out an interesting place. Bakersfield's been called the worst city in the nation for kids and has a terrible reputation among Californians. So why would a place that's doing so badly be growing so fast? What does that say about California as a whole? What's the deal with Bakersfield anyways? Now, a lot of times when people talk about Bakersfield, they talk about a teeny little corner in this city, a place called Oildale. It has a really bad reputation for being dangerous and poor and filled with drugs. So, of course, I had to see it. On a bright sunny day in late October, I took the drive from Las Vegas and stopped in Bakersfield for a bit. The goal was to drive around this part of Bakersfield called Oildale to see what all the chatter was about and to put into perspective how bad Bakersfield really is. Oildale's a smallish community about 3 miles north of downtown Bakersfield. Technically, there's 32,000 people here, which is close to 10% of Bakersfield's total population. There's really not a lot up here on this end of town, though, except some beat-up strip malls and some run-down homes. But we're going to drive around a bit and show people what it looks like, because even though Oildale is notorious in the Central Valley, a lot of people have never really driven up here to actually see it. There's a lot of drug use here, and because of that, crime is really high, especially robberies and break-ins. You'll see a lot of people wandering around during the day and night, and quite a few homeless people scattered throughout. It's not a very nice-looking place at all. It's very brown and old and somewhat neglected. Teen birth rates are high, STD rates are high, and the schools perform low. Bakersfield's in the top 25 for DUIs per capita. It also has a reputation as being a very racist place too, although half the city is Hispanic. No wonder a study called Bakersfield the worst city in the nation for kids. Bakersfield as a whole is a pretty dangerous place. One recent study called Bakersfield the 10th most dangerous city in the nation per capita, as drug abuse and shootings have increased a lot. Gangs are also becoming a big problem here. Residents are frustrated because they're emptying Bakersfield jails and releasing high-risk offenders back out into the community, just like they are in other parts of California. I mean, when you release violent people back out into the streets after serving only a fraction of their sentence, what do you think is going to happen? You can blame Prop 47 for that, which reclassified a lot of felonies to misdemeanors. Or you can point to Prop 57, which lets felons out early by giving them good behavior credits for nothing. Even third strike offenders here are being let out into the streets. What the hell? Bakersfield. And hardworking police officers are leaving Bakersfield and the Kern County Sheriff's Department for higher pay and less stress. More punks on the streets and less cops is a bad combination. But would you want to work as a law enforcement officer here? Probably not. Bakersfield leaders also shoved Measure N through, which added a penny to the sales tax to raise money for more cops and boost gang response time and get money to clean the place up. We'll see if that actually happens. Now, why do they call this place Oildale? Because there's oil fields all over the place on the north end of town. 2 of the largest oil fields in the state are up here, and Kern County produces 10% of the oil for the whole country. Did you know that? Of course, there's agriculture all over the place too. And all the emissions from the oil refineries and the tractors and the trucks make Bakersfield the worst place in the nation for air quality. So it's dirty, it's dangerous, it's ugly. You can see why it has a terrible reputation. And there's not a lot going on in the economy here either. If the farms here continue to struggle like they are all over the Central Valley, and the oil economy falters, this place could be in major trouble, mister. But despite all of this, and even though it's the butt of many jokes, people are moving to Bakersfield in large numbers. Most are drawn by the low cost of living. While California as a whole has basically stopped growing, Bakersfield grew by more than 1% last year. The average home price for the areas we're driving past right now are about $170,000 per house. But buyer beware, I don't think even foreign Chinese investors would want a piece of Oildale. Do you?
Did you know Korn is from here?
OMG, shut up. No, seriously, shut up. I hate that band. If Korn's from Bakersfield, then that says everything you need to know about Bakersfield.
Did you know Kevin McCarthy's from here?
Kevin McCarthy, the Republican minority leader? Oh, well, it's not a surprise, Mappy. I mean, Kern County did vote heavily Republican in the last elections, but it doesn't really look like Kevin McCarthy really cares about Bakersfield based on how things look today. Bakersfield got its start during the California Gold Rush days and has always attracted hardworking, rough and tumble, down on their luck, blue-collar types. In many parts of this city, there are some great people, but sadly, like many other cities in California, the a-holes ruin it for the good folks. This video is brought to you by Pho 1000, original Vietnamese noodle. Pho is good for you. Call Pho 79 Pho 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 Pho. Our bow is bow-tastic. Hey everyone! So it's pretty clear by now that elected leaders aren't going to help you. If you don't like what you saw in this video, demanding change won't work. You're going to have to do it on your own. If you want to be safe and want your community to be a place where people want to live, you're going to have to clean the place up yourselves. You're going to have to work with your friends and neighbors to lower crime. Politicians clearly don't care as much anymore. It's up to us.
This is Sage, Nick's manager. This has been a Corner House Entertainment production.
And are you looking to move and need advice? I do consulting. That's right. I'll sit down and talk about where the next perfect place for you and your family should be. I do it all the time. Together, let's find you a new home that's safe and checks all your boxes. You can get my email in the description to find out how I can help you find your perfect relocation.